What's good, everybody? It's your boy Marcus Summers, Major Linux, MajorLinux.com, YouTube.com/MajorLinux, Twitch.tv/Major Linux. And I figured, got this dope new camera. We had the unboxing for it, or at least the unboxing for the one I use for streaming with the one that I'm using now. And now that I have it free, should probably do more vlogging content with it. So I figured, what better way to start off my new vlogging career, which will probably last all of 2 videos before I forget that any of this even exists and will probably go on with the rest of my life, is this. I want to talk about this. Of course, if you can see this here, this is an iPad Mini 2. It is in this nice little rubberized protective case here. Mainly because of the fact that I don't use it. My son uses it. I have a 4-year-old son. He is on the spectrum. And I initially gave him this iPad because this was my main iPad before I picked up the 11-inch 2018 iPad Pro back in 2019. Yeah, it had been 2019 because I got my new one now in 2021. And I had to finish paying that off from Verizon in order to get an upgrade. So when I got my 2018 iPad Pro, I figured I didn't need this anymore, so I gave it to my son. Since then, it's not necessarily it's since been discontinued from Apple, but now it doesn't even get regular iOS updates. Excuse me, it gets security updates through iOS. This is still running iOS, as opposed to all modern iPads running iPad OS. This one's still stuck on iOS 12. It gets some security updates every now and then, but outside of that, it's actually kind of running a bit on the slow side. So that was one reason kind of why I wanted to do something with this. Also, because he's been watching a whole bunch of YouTube Kids videos. There's one cartoon series he watches on here fairly regularly with a character called Omnom. Now, if you are familiar with mobile gaming, especially on iOS, is the main character in the game Cut the Rope. So when I saw that he was watching those videos the other day, I figured, as the video game parent that I am, why not introduce him to the video game that introduced the world to Omnom? So I downloaded Cut the Rope onto his iPad. And this is where I've noticed something that I've not noticed for a while, because of the fact that I do pay for apps. With free apps now, especially nowadays, given how they're trying to subsidize the cost of not having to pay for the app, these apps are full of advertisements, and apparently it's gotten worse since the last time I've used a free application, a free game. Ultimately, in order to get rid of the ads, you have to do subscriptions, which is weird because of the fact that in the app description for Cut the Rope, there is a in-app purchase to just disable ads, but they've hidden that purchase in app. They may have removed it, but it's still listed in the App Store as being a thing that you can do. But yeah, apparently they're wanting me to spend I forgot how much it was per week in a subscription to play Cut the Rope without ads. So I was like, well, that's not fair. I don't know what to do. I don't want to sit there and put that type of money into it, but I do want my son to, play more games. I want him to be just like his dad. I want to play video games. So it was at a point where I realized that, oh wait, there's actually a Cut the Rope remastered on Apple Arcade, which is available on, a myriad of iOS and iPadOS devices. But again, when you're on a tablet that's stuck on iOS 12, you don't actually get that feature because Apple Arcade came out on iOS and iPadOS 13. So what I decided to do was, take this, chuck it off to the side, and take this. Of course, this is, and I do not know what generation iPad this is, but this is a 10.9-inch iPad. I want to say this seems like a 10-inch iPad. And take this, and I'm gonna give this to my son. Unfortunately, this is my wife's iPad, the one I bought her for Christmas. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm gonna take her iPad, I'm gonna convert it over to my son's new one, and we actually have a case. See, not do that. Didn't need to throw it. I'm gonna get a case similar to this one, put it on this one, and next week we'll be replacing my wife's iPad with a brand new 8th generation iPad. Those retail at $329. So it kind of seemed like a no-brainer, especially when the alternative was to buy my son a new iPad, which did not make any sense to either of us. Well, I'm pretty sure he would love a new iPad. He would love a bigger one, a faster one that can do what it needs to do. But yeah, so we're gonna give him my wife's old one. Since she doesn't really use iPad as much, she's not really gonna be missing it for the week while I go ahead and get this prepared for him. So that way he can actually enjoy some more games through Apple Arcade, and I don't know, just have a bigger screen to watch YouTube Kids. So let's get to work on moving his account from here to here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. First thing I've got here is, again, my son's iPad Mini 2. I bought this maybe back in 2015. I can't remember. No, actually it was way earlier than that. I graduated college in 2015. This was long before then. Man, I can't remember when I bought this. I've had this for a while. But yeah, so this is my old iPad Mini 2. It was repurposed as my son's tablet. As you can see here, has the PJ mask on it, and essentially I've kind of removed most of the stuff out of the way. You know, you tend to hide things in the apps, that way he doesn't really get too bothered with it, even though he's somehow got maps out of it. All the apps that he uses right here, and of course, you know, download a Cut the Rope and Cut the Rope 2 to try to deal with the app with the gaming stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure, like, and you can kind of see, let's see if we can get this really close here. Yeah, like the screen is kind of a little nasty. You can probably tell more. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, look at that. That is just dirty. That is a dirty screen. But it's about to get worse. So as we pop this out, and I've done this before. I've cleaned this up before, and it's weird. So yeah, somehow we get, you know, nasty, cruddy stuff in here. That's fine. It's whatever. And this won't be used again, so I'm not really too concerned about this. But I might use this iPad again with me going out and recruiting for Extra Life and doing other things. You know, it's nice to have just a random device that's still sticking around, still kicking. I mean, can turn on, still has decent battery, even though it's out of date. It's still a good device. So keep this around for a bit, but I'm going to need to clean it first. And so, like, I still do not know how this gets so dirty, but yeah, if you have a small child and you have a device, whether it's an iPad, a Kindle Fire, Android tablet, whatever, you have it in a case like this and it can be removed, every once in a while, if you have not done it, remove it from that case, clean it. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to go get some stuff. I'm going to go clean this off so we can have a nice clean tablet to use after the fact. All right, so before we go any further, I guess I can kind of walk through what I'm going to be using to clean this off. So for the screen here, while we've got the screen up, I'm going to be using this lint-free cloth here. I've got some screen cleaner here to kind of get this off. It's Walmart brand, but you know, it's whatever, and apparently won't. There we go. It's ammonia, alcohol free, so that's what I'm going to put on the screen here to kind of clean it off. However, for the back of the device, I'll be using some 70% ethyl rubbing alcohol and, you know, paper towels to kind of get a good clean, just kind of disinfect that off a little bit. So you get all this nasty crud off the back of the device. So let's begin, shall we? All right, and there we have it. Look, so clear screen here. Of course, I've discovered that, yeah, there's a small little scratch here, but again, having a 4-year-old use your device, you know, you protect the device itself, but not necessarily the screen. But you know, that little scratch, it's fine. I'm definitely not concerned about it. Look at it back there. Now that's great compared to what it was before, and it's still like there's still it's a little dirty up top here, kind of on the sides, but at least on the back here, kind of show what happened here just off of deep scrubbing with some rubbing alcohol. Yeah, and you know, even kind of, you know, buff out, make the Apple logo kind of shiny again. So like, it's a fairly decent looking device. Still ready to go. And great, now I've got fingerprints all over again. But now that I've gotten this clean, I feel a little bit better about using it, especially when it comes to me using it to transfer data off of this one to my wife's. But I'm actually going to take a look at my wife's iPad and see if we can get that cleaned up a little bit too. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. So I'm going to toss that off to the side. You know, we love tossing things on unboxing videos, but why not on cleaning videos too? So this is my wife's iPad. Apparently there's a TikTok here. I'm so used to dealing with iOS and iPadOS devices that don't have a home screen. Like Siri is activated here, not on the lock screen like it is with my iPhone 12 Pro. So gotta remember that. So now we're gonna pop this baby out. All right, so I'm gonna take my Logitech keyboard. I forgot what this is called. I forgot what this specific keyboard is called, but I do like it. I just like it. It's a nice keyboard case. Now, luckily, because it's my wife, a little bit easier to clean. Just probably gonna clean off the screen here, which she did use it after breakfast this morning. So a little bit of greasy fingers. You know, McDonald's hash browns can do a number. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean the screen off of here. So not gonna try to fast forward through this. It's not gonna take that long to do. Spray some of that screen cleaner on there. Always put your screen cleaner on your cloth as opposed to directly on your device. So I'm going to give that a good old scrubbing. All right. And then we take a dry part and just, ooh, it's a little streaky. I think I might have accidentally got a wet part. There we go. Look at that. Look at there. Look at that. Now that's wonderful. Look how clean that is. So yeah, wife does take obviously better care of her electronics than my son does. Yeah, look at that. So yep. Now this iPad is ready to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the battery in this camera and we'll be back with the transfer. So yeah, stay tuned.
Oh, hey, thanks you for watching the video. Hope you really enjoyed it. Of course, really help me out if you like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little bell icon so that you can get notified of many more videos that appear on this channel. Thank you, and peace out.